Triratna Saranam Namo Amitabhaya Buddhaye. Homage to Triple Gems, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. From today, I am starting this new series in which I will be explaining the stanzas of Bodhicharyawatara, written by Acharya Bodhisattva, Acharya Santideva, in video form. Prior to this, I was sharing them as a Facebook post. You might know that I have been doing this translation for more than 1 year. Actually, it's been 1.5 years. And first time I'm making the video of the explanation from today. Currently, we are in chapter 8, which is named as Practice of Meditation. And currently, we are in stanza 43. I haven't explained the stanza 41, 42, and 43. So with this video, I will explain the three stanzas together. I have given the original Sanskrit version on top and have translated from it. So the stanza 41, 42, and 43 go like this. For the sake of whom you besieged messenger of God in the various ways, neither did you keep record of non-virtue nor deed of infamy. And for the sake of whom you put yourself in danger, spent wealth as well, and also by embracing him whom you felt grace bliss to. They are none other than bunch of bones, which are free and lifeless now. Embracing them with delight, why don't you achieve the state of same bliss? These stanzas should be understood in the context of what happens when the loved one is alive and what happens when they die. In order to make the likable person of the loved one, we do all sort of activities. We pray to God. We do all sort of non-virtuous things such as lying, stealing. Sometimes we go to extramarital affairs also. We put ourselves in risky situation. We live in fear. We spend our hard-earned money only just to make that person happy. Acharya says the person is nothing more than bunch of bones and flesh, before death as well as after death. So why don't you get the same state of bliss by embracing the bone and lifeless body now, like you used to do before that person was dead? All these stanzas of Acharya should be understood in the context of achieving meditative absorption, which is loose translation of samadhi or samatha. Without samadhi or pragya, which is translated as wisdom, bodhi is not possible. Enlightenment is not possible. But the activities I explained before will act as hindrance in achieving samatha, the meditative absorption. That is why a serious practitioner should always be aware of own mental state and the conduct of body and speech. They should know by heart what are non-virtuous conduct and what are virtuous one. And if the thought process in their mind is non-virtuous, they should discard it immediately and the virtuous one should be promoted. This will make mind more settled and the concentration become more easier. And also what you do during your 8, 9, 10 hours in your daytime will affect your meditation session. That is why people go to retreats, so that they keep mind free from unnecessary chatters that comes in mind during meditation. If you see the bottom picture, you will find monk with rope and hook, which represents the awareness of own mental state and the mindfulness of virtuous and non-virtuous acts of body, speech, and mind. The black monkey represents the unnecessary chatter that agitates the mind, due to which mind gets tired, frustrated, lack of motivation arise for the practitioner for the practice, which is presented by black elephant. The cloth you see there means the craving for sensual pleasure, such as touch, wanting to be with the loved ones, etc. And the fire represents the effort one need to exert in order to keep staying in the cushion. if you examine these stanzas, you will find that Acharya Shantideva is trying to break the cycle of contact, feeling, craving, and clinging. Whenever we experience something new first time, if we feel like that experience, we do all sort of conduct, whether it's virtuous or non-virtuous, it doesn't matter, in an attempt to repeat that experience again and again. So these stanzas should be understood in the context, on this context only. Okay, I mean, breaking the cycle of contact, feeling, and craving and clinging. We do not go away from people because we hate them. No, that is not the point here. The main intention of going away in solitude is so that we achieve samadhi, the meditative absorption, which is not possible when we are crowded by the peoples. They have expectation with us, and we need to fulfill that. So that is why the solitude is really important in order to achieve the samatha. So that all sort of that's all for today. But before I wrap up, I want to remind you all that all the practice should be started with the intention of achieving bodhi, so that we in suffering of not only us but the all entire beings who might have been our mother in our previous life. And the practice should be ended by dedicating the merit that was collected through the practice for the achievement of bodhi. And why we want the bodhi? So that we in suffering of not only us but the entire motherly beings. That's all for the today. May all be happy.